Good.
All right, here we go. All right, everybody, it's outdoors. Let's start this show. You ready? I'm ready. Here we go. All right, welcome to this week's edition of Turkey Talk Radio. Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday all across the good old US of A. Let's see. Let me get rid of this. Can you hear me, Phil?
I got you.
You got me?
Got you loud.
All right, I'm going
Got
to
you
knock
loud and
that
clear,
down a
brother.
little. Getting a little hey, Jeremy Lee, what's going on? We got Phillip Vanderpool online. And we're going to talk with him about the Iowa Deer Classic and Turkey Talk Radio. And I don't know why I'm getting that feedback. That makes no sense. All right, can you hear me okay, Phil?
I've got you great, buddy. Loud and
Okay.
clear.
Okay. Jeremy, give me a thumbs up if you can hear Philip all right.
Yeah, can you hear me all right, Jeremy? Testing 1, 2. Jeremy. Hey, buddy, can you hear the old sad daddy?
There's two faces for radio right there. So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
2 radio faces is
Yeah.
right.
That's all right. All right. I don't know why that's doing that, but I'm going to cut that down there. And that don't make any sense, but we're good. So, hey, we got the Iowa Deer Classic this week. I'm excited. How's Rhonda? Everybody doing good at the house?
Yeah, she's doing great. Of course, she's not at home. She's still in the hospital, but going through major therapy right now. But I think this time she's doing a lot better. A lot
Well,
better.
well, good. Turkeys, have you been out scouting around? You've just been taking care of Rhonda.
Mainly taking care of her, but watching a lot of the trail cameras and stuff, people talking, and of course got cameras in Missouri and Kansas and here in Arkansas. But yeah, starting to see a lot of turkey activity. I think we're really going to have overall. It looks like everybody had a pretty good hatch that I'm seeing the last couple years.
Well, good. I don't know about you, but I'm hearing more people report good deer numbers and everything, or turkey numbers and everything.
Yeah, it's a lot of positive out there, and people are hearing turkeys gobbling and stuff now. And I mean, like all over, it's not just one. We had a really good hatch nationwide, from what I'm gathering.
That's good. So, what are you going to be? You're going to be doing seminars. What are you going to be doing?
Well, I'm going to be doing seminars there at the Iowa Deer Classic Saturday, I think at 5 p.m. and then Sunday at 11 a.m. In the what is that, Rolling Bone? I think
Yeah.
it's called the Rolling Bone uh, area and seminar room, I guess. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And of course, Dan, over the years, I've met so many good people in Iowa. I've made such great friends. And it's been a while since I really come up and made an impact. So I'm looking forward to hopefully people coming and hanging out, bringing their kids, bringing their families. We've got to watch these kids grow into adults now. You realize that, right, Dan?
You know,
Over the years.
it's funny because every time I go out and do somewhere, I got somebody coming up saying, I used to listen to you with my dad in my truck and everything. It's nice to hear, but it makes you feel old a little bit.
Exactly. I mean, but at the same time, I know last year, we're going to be at the Woodhaven booth there, and we'll be upstairs at C52. And last year had folks coming by and bringing their kids to meet me for the first time. Of course, they're small. So, we grew up here and met you when they're about that size. I'm like, wow. But Iowa's almost like my second home because I spent so much time up there over the years and met so many good people. I can't tell you how excited I am. It's probably my best deer show that I've done as far as evolving around the deer classic itself. Of course, we're going to be talking turkey as well, but man, I just so look forward to it because there's so many good folks up there and that we've made friends with, and it's I don't know, it's just kind of heartwarming, if you will.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the shows I look forward to because you get to see so many people. Sonny, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Sonny says hi, Philip. Tony, good to see you.
Hey,
Richard,
Sonny,
good. How you doing, Richard? Jeremy Lee, everybody.
Jeremy, Richard, hi guys, how y'all
Yeah,
doing? Look
yeah,
forward to seeing you. Stop by and say hi, please. Um, Dan, this seminar, I'm looking forward to it because I'm taking a different approach. Obviously, it's going to be calling, decoying, and rattling big bucks in, of course. But I'm actually going to take some hunts that weren't successful, if you will, um, and talk about what I probably should have done instead of, did do. And I want to, I'm kind of looking at it with the doe decoys and the buck decoys, and how the doe decoys in the last, say, 3 years has really impacted me to use a doe decoy as much as I do the buck decoy now.
yeah. Well, I got plenty of hunts that I should have done something different if you need some help.
Well, I'll be showing him some actual. It's going to be video footage. Josh Anderson's going to be there with me. He's our marketing director, and he's going to be there on the computer and stuff, and to kind of start and stop everything while we're talking. And we're going to have lots of questions and answers. And if guys want to talk about mock scrapes or whatever, I'm good with anything. They can stop by the booth as well, and Dan, I've been blessed to shoot a lot of deer over a decoy, and some of these bucks that I'm going to be showing are still alive. That's the good thing.
Yeah.
That I'm going to be showing you know, these great encounters.
Yeah, I love just going out there and relaxing and taking it easy, but there's just something special about having that decoy out rattling and grunting and all that. But same thing for turkeys. I don't think turkey hunting would be as fun if we didn't have the deeks out there with the interaction.
Well, that's the thing. I love the interaction and what it brings. It just kind of raises the level of excitement for me, the adrenaline rush, if you will. And I try to milk the footage a lot of times. Sometimes that can cost you, but I just like being able to be the hunted. When I'm calling something, whether it be a deer, a turkey, or predator, or whatever, waterfowl, I love the fact that you become the hunted, and you're making something happen with those calls. You're making your moment, if you will.
Yeah. I always said less is more, Philip. I know you always tell me, you want to be the sexiest hen out there, but I
Oh,
like letting them know I'm there and then seeing what happens and then getting crazy.
well, and I get that. There's times in season, especially you get into the later part of season, turkeys have been hunted, or even same thing with whitetails, anything that has been called to, and they've had experiences with that. Then your work's cut out for you. We
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
But I just I'm that kind of guy that I want to make my moment happen, and I want to get as much excitement and memory out of it as I possibly can. And
Yeah. Hey,
like I say, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But for me, most of the time, the more aggressive I am to make something happen, the better the results.
yeah. Hey, Daryl Adams down in Oklahoma. Good to see you. Tony, good to see you too. Jeremy says good. Philip,
Hey
I don't.
guys,
Are you hearing any of that feedback at all?
no, I'm not, and I don't know if they're hearing it
It
on
must be
your
on
end or
just.
not.
It just must
It
be on
it
my end.
it clear as a bell. I
Okay.
know you seem distracted talking to
Yeah.
you there.
Well,
You seem very distracted.
I'm always distracted. It just. I'm
Hey, get
watching.
your head out of it, son.
I'm just watching my meter go crazy, and it's like, what is? I don't understand what setting that is. It's just crazy. Uh,
At this point, don't worry about it. We'll do the best we can, right? I
yeah.
mean, we
Jeremy
know
says.
that they're going to be at the Iowa Deer Classic to see us.
Yeah, Jeremy said there is some feedback there, so
Oh, really?
yeah, I don't know how else to do that other than maybe move this back a little bit more, but I don't think the mic's the problem, but that's all right. So, you going to do seminars Friday and Saturday?
No, Saturday and Sunday. Friday is 2 to 6, I think, or 2 to 8 or something, isn't it? 2 to 8. Is
I
that
think
sound
so.
right?
Yeah, Saturday's always the later night.
Yeah, Saturday's. So I'll be
Or
doing 5 p.m. Saturday and then 11 a.m. Sunday. And I really look forward to this because we got some really good stuff that we're going to be bringing out to talk about. And then obviously, I want people to talk about their experiences and ask questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. I really dedicate a lot of my season to decoying, and I love the DSDs. They're a game changer for me.
yeah, I absolutely love, just listening to that, to the interaction and I think the DSDs definitely have something going on.
All right, Dan, what are you tinkering with now?
I'm just trying to get this bug out of here. I've never you it I think you're like my curse. I don't know what's the deal is. I've never had this happen before. So, we're good. Hey,
Dang.
tell everybody what you want to do when you got a turkey being quiet and they're just not active. Tell them how you want to approach that while I goof around here.
Well, I mean, and you're talking about where you're already set up and there's not much going on. I'll tell you, one of my favorite things to do is obviously you got to call to make sure there's not a turkey close before you do this. But and I can't tell you how many times it's happened for me. It's whether like I'm set up against a tree or I'm in a ground blind or I'm just sitting against, with a bow or whatever, and there's not anything going to happen. I get up and I go out and I make a circle. I may circle around behind where I've been all the way out in front of me, but I'm usually taking my box call or a good slate or glass call, something with a lot of volume, and I go out there and I try to get that turkey to respond. And then if once you get that turkey to respond, hit them again a time or two and see how excited they are. If they're calling back to you or gobbling back at you, then jump back in there and get back to that tree, and you don't have to do a bunch of calling after that.
Yeah.
You there? Are
Austin
you
says he's heading to the Deer Classic.
awesome? Awesome. Look forward to
Yeah.
seeing. Gosh, I hope y'all stop by. Now I heard a little bit of something. What was that?
I don't know. I don't know what that is. It's crazy. You know what? Why don't you get off of that? Let me call you and let me go through the other way, okay? So disconnect the
Do what now?
video. Hang up on the video
All right, I'll
and
do.
I'll call you.
Okay, sounds good, buddy.
Okay. All right. There goes Philip. Let me get this going here. And so I'm going to get rid of that mic there. I'm going to get rid of that mic there. I'm going to get this over here. I like having Philip on the video with me. That's the only thing that's not good. So let's get him going there. You there? All right. Hang on. Mac. Check. 1, 2, 3. Check. Are you there? All right. I'm just having all sorts of fun today. Hang on. I'll call you right back, Philip. All right. This is going to be a good day. Good show here. Huh?
We only have audio, no video.
Yeah, I'm calling you on the phone. Can you hear me? Yeah, but I'm not picking you up on the check 1, 2, 3. Do you hear?
Yeah. You want to just FaceTime?
Let's just do it like that. Can you hear me now?
I got you. I just like to think. Yeah,
No.
I've got good audio.
Okay. As long as you can hear that, that's good. So, all right. So let's just do it like this. You're going to be talking about different hunts that weren't successful, and then you're going to be talking a little bit about hunts that worked. And then, are you going to talk about how turkeys changed during the season?
Uh, as far as me in my seminars or on the right now?
Right now.
Okay. Right now, yeah, we can talk about turkeys changing up. I mean, obviously, I'm pretty aggressive, especially every season. I'm going to be very aggressive with turkeys. I I like to get out there early. Okay, I hear a lot of guys saying they're going to let the turkeys fly down before they call to them. And listen, whatever works, I don't blame you. I'm not trying to tell you how to be the in your situation. But for me, what works best for me, and that's what we're talking about here, I want to be the first hen that gobbler hears. And I'm going to do some soft tree calls to get his attention. And if he gobbles to it, then I ain't going to have to do much else. But early season, they're normally henned up pretty good. And so I just hit them with some soft tree calls because to me, a lot of times once they fly down, they already got their mind made up what direction they're going. And for some reason, if you don't know, if you're not in between where they're at and where they want to go, your job just become a whole lot harder to get him in. So there again, I love to get out there and scout early season. Don't call to him a lot. You might call enough to make one gobble, but don't sit there and call him in before season and mess with him and all that. I just want to get out there. I get up as high as I can get where I can hear the best and try to locate the turkeys and then see what they do. If you've got enough time to sit there to kind of see what direction they're moving to kind of get an idea what food sources they're going, why they are they going down there to meet with hens? They going to a food source? They going down to water first? Different things like that to kind of get an idea of the travel route of the turkey. Pinch points work great for turkeys just like they do deer. I'm telling you, when you find a pinch point and say a little bottom or an old log road that pinches down to where they're going into a field, things like that, maybe the field narrows down. There's so many different ways that you can hunt turkeys to get in between where they're at and where they want to go. That is half the battle, maybe more, to shooting the turkey.
Yeah. Austin, good to see you. Good. Thank you. Michael Cheney, good to see you too. Jeremy says just a Monday. I'm having a Monday, that's for sure. Tommy, good afternoon. Good to see you. You know, I love getting out there early, hearing them gobble, waking up in the mornings, Phil, and then, like I said, what usually works the best for me. But I do it because I'm not as good. I will never be as good a caller as you guys. But I've always said over the last 28 years, you don't have to be Phillip Vanderpool to kill a turkey. You just get to know 4 or 5 different calls and learn to read the behavior of the bird. That's probably 90% of it, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I hear this all the time, and I'll never talk bad about a professional turkey caller that enters contests and stuff because those guys are in a league by themselves, and I applaud them for what they do. But to generally shoot a turkey every year, as long as your woodsmanship is number one. I'm telling you, it don't take a professional to call a turkey in. Learn how to yell. If you can learn how to control it, control it. Where you can call softly or where you can get loud and proud. Learn to and once you start learning the yelp and then make some clucks and then some purrs. The purrs are a little harder to learn, but you can do it a lot easier on a fixing call like a slate or a glass call or a crystal call. Usually works best to do that, but just learn all you can. And I'm going to tell you right now, get on there. You can Google anything anymore. Google turkey sounds, wild hen turkey sounds, and listen to the rhythm of the turkeys doing this. This will help you as much as anything. Or get on there and listen to the Grand National Championship callers and listen to what these guys do on stage. I mean, they do it as good as the real thing, really. And that would be my advice, to a novice turkey hunter. But you never learn to know too much. But your woodsmanship will mean more to you taking a turkey than anything.
Yeah, and if you can figure out where the birds are roosting and where they're feeding, if you can get in between there, folks, that's half the battle right there, Phil.
Oh yeah,
When you
maybe 90% of it. If you and patience, have patience. Billy Argus and I talk a lot about this in our styles of hunting. we may go to an area and we'll set up and we'll sit there and call an hour or two. And if we don't have any luck, then we're going to get up and move another, half a mile, depending on that, or go to another area and and just continue moving a little bit and resetting up again to where you can hear from a different area, if you will. And that works a lot for us. I mean, guys like myself, where you just, I'm always usually carrying a lot of camera gear and this and that. I've got way too much junk, to pack around to do a lot. But having patience and setting up an area where you can be comfortable and be kind of still, and turkeys are going to frequent in the area. Just have some patience there, and sit there and call for a little bit. And if you don't hear nothing, then move another 200 or 300 yards or a quarter of a mile or something, and change up positions and keep trying it again. Sooner or later, hey, it's going to pay off.
Yeah, you sooner or later you're going to strike a bird. So, and hey, don't we all go through this? And I don't know how many times I've texted Philip and say, "Hey, I'm doing this, and this isn't working. What am I doing wrong?" And it's how over the years, how many times have we had that conversation?
Well, a bunch, and then, and like I've told you before, it ain't nothing you're doing wrong. Just stay with what you're doing, what you feel confident in,
Yeah.
and just stay with the program. Don't give up. I think some guys don't have enough patience and they can't sit there very long, and I understand it. So my suggestion, if you're a running gunner, just find you a good bridge that you can get on top of, maybe an old log road. Just take your time and just flip along there and just stop every 40, 50 yards and hit another call. And I'll tell you what, that's the way I cut my teeth shooting turkeys like that, especially on public land here where we're at. But I will say this: if I had a time to pick, you won't hear the gobbling activity quite as much. But if I had a time to pick to hunt turkeys, it would be later in the morning, because that's usually let them finish up with their hens and stuff, and get back into the routine and where they're looking for another hen later in the morning, or even afternoon hunts. I love afternoon hunts. I can't tell you how. If you get one to gobble and then you call again and he cuts you off in that gobble, sit tight. That son of is going to be coming.
Yeah, 10 to 2 is always my favorite time to hunt when where it's legal. But I 10 to 2 is magic time. Hey,
Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, I'm gonna go moose hunting up in Newfoundland this fall. And is there anything new out there that you can tell people about for small carries for cameras that do pretty good videoing?
You mean what? As far as the actual cameras?
Well, they're going to be flying us up in a helicopter to where we're going to be hunting. So I'm going to have a weight restriction. So I'm going to probably try to take my DSLR, but is there any good 4K or better cameras that you could put on you or?
Obviously GoPro's been popular for over the years. The Tacticam models. I think there's another company took over the Tacticam, which they're coming out with that same camera, supposedly making them even better. But DJI has got one that's really good in low light.
That Osmo.
Yep, that Action 6. Yeah, they say it's incredible in low light. And as a matter of fact, I think that's what I'm getting ready to buy here just in the next few days. Right now, I think I'm going to try the DJI. I've used GoPros forever for POV angles, but obviously, you're taking your 4K camera. You probably definitely want that, especially for some photos and stuff. But yeah, I mean, there's some good little cameras out there. Shoot, damn, the phones anymore that we got, like the iPhone 17. Holy smokes, man! The low light, the camera itself does a great job. And there's lots of little mounts that you can get. Obviously, we know a company that you can get mounts from, right,
Well,
Dan?
yeah, I talked to Joe at Fourth Arrow. He's going to be at the Deer Classic, and he's going to show me some stuff that they've got coming out. Because I'm thinking about, just because of my weight restriction, they got these little ones, Philip, that you can put on. It's like you can wear them like a little plate on a chain, and it magnetizes right to your chest. So have you seen those?
I haven't used any. I know that they're out there. I don't know much about that particular setup there, but gosh, it's got to be something pretty awesome, you know?
Sure, I just want something that, you can see from the arrows angle. I just and that wouldn't be very much to carry, but I'm definitely going to I'm going to talk to everybody over there at Fourth Arrow at the Iowa Deer Classic and see some of these
I
new
need to
mounts.
stop. I see Joe myself. It's been a while since I've gotten any new product from them, and they make some great stuff. I still use all their stuff, the Fourth Arrow products, man. I mean they yeah, can't say enough about them, especially for the old poor man like us.
Yeah, we're on a budget, that's for sure. Hey, yeah, real quickly, don't forget you got to go see Bo at Kool-Aid because you're going to start shooting Kool-Aid archery shafts.
Well, hey, just so you know, I called Bo today on the phone, and he called me back. I bet we talked for 30, 40 minutes, maybe longer. Super guy. He's up there close to us. He's at C48, and we're at C52. So,
Well, there you go.
And I kind of got humbled. He told me he'd been a huge fan for a long time, and it makes me feel good. Thank you, Dan, for that connection. I look forward to working with him because his product sounds amazing.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to talking with him more.
yeah, I've been really happy with them. I've been shooting them for 2 years now, so they're good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, P. Viddy. Thanks for coming on here. I wanted to tell everybody you were going to be at the classic, and we'll get you. We'll get you if you're up Saturday morning. Come by the booth. I'll be doing the radio show there from 8 to 10 at 8:14. 8:14. Okay.
Okay, buddy. Sounds good. Will you be at the same area that you were last year, probably?
I'll be right next to Mr. Rupert.
Okay, awesome. Sounds good. Look forward to seeing the Rupert boys too. Now they're a good bunch of people, Todd and them. So
Yeah.
anyway, you take care. Look forward to seeing everybody. You guys, man, bring the kids, bring the family, come out, hang out with us. We can talk about turkey, deer, whatever you want to talk about. We'll show you some our products and stuff in our booth there at the Woodhaven booth. So Dan, thank you for having me on, and hey, I just look forward to this so much. I really do.
All right, buddy. I'll see you in a couple days.
Okay, man. Take care. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. There he goes. Oh, Phillip Vanderpool, everybody. The man, the myth, the legend. He's a good fine fella right there. See you soon, fellas. Are you leaving? Hank, how's it going, buddy? How's it going? All right, I got a lot to tell you about before we get out of here. The show's brought to you part. I tell you, the technical stuff, it drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. Show is brought to you in part by our good friends at Game Hide, Speeds, Broadheads, Cookies, Barbecue Sauce, Kool-Aid Archery, Gearhead Archery, Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Calls, DSD Decoys, Norlander Socks, and all of our fine product partners all across the good old US of A. Compass Cards, everybody, we appreciate it. I take me an hour to list everybody, so thank you. All right, here's what you can win at the Iowa Deer Classic. I got a bunch of stuff going on for this weekend, okay? The first one is going to be the big Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Big Giveaway. And all you got to do is just come right next to Todd's booth is right next to mine. I'm at 814. He's right next to me. And just come and see Todd and get a call. And he's got a huge giveaway. DSD Tom Strutter or Jake Strutter, turkey vest full of stuff. I mean, it's going to be big. So come over and see. And don't forget, if you are a box call collector or you like running a box call, he's only bringing 40 of these. But these box calls he just designed, nobody's ever done anything like these calls ever. And they're absolutely beautiful. And I'll just put it to you this way: they had them at a turkey dinner the other night. They went on the auction and they almost went for $400. So I'm just telling you right now, come out and get them while you can because they're going to go quick. But that's the big Roop turkey giveaway. I'm going to be giving away my compass cart thanks to Todd and everybody at Compass Carts, and this is a $1,400 cart that you can use with your e-bike, your four-wheeler, your side-by-side. It's an amazing system. I'm going to be giving mine away. All you got to do is come by the booth, show me the Outdoor Call Radio app on your phone, or download it if you don't have it, and we'll put you in the drawing. I'm also going to give away for the first 10 people while they last on Friday and Saturday. I'm going to give you a free membership, premium membership to Onyx for just coming out and showing me the app. And then I've got Norlander sent these really nice bags. I'm going to give away, I think she sent me enough to do 10 a day. So 10 on Saturday, 10 on Friday. And that way you got something to carry around. And they're really nice cloth bags from Steph and the gang at Norlander. Plus, I got some coupons I can give you so I can get you some great socks. So that's going to be at the Outdoor Call Radio booth. At the Jinx Some Sense booth, we're going to have Racks and Tracks Taxidermy in there. Jeremy and his family are going to be doing a deal. If you order an Outdoor Call, everybody's been bugging me for hats and stuff. There's Outdoor Call Radio hats. I got one right here, and I'm showing everybody on the face on the show video. If you go there and order a hat or a tumbler, you get your name put in. I'm giving away a brand new Reveal Tacticam camera. They'll draw the winner Sunday for that. Okay. If you want to get in that contest, you can email. As long as you email Jeremy and pay for it ahead of time, we'll put you in the drawing. Okay. Well, you can do that, but these are gonna be real quick contests. We're gonna give all these away on Sunday. If you go to the Kool-Aid Archery booth and get some arrows and stuff from Bo and the gang, I'm giving away another Tacticam Reveal camera there. That's all you got to do for that. And then at the Weeby knife booth, if you stop by and see Mark or Chad and buy a Weeby knife, I'm going to be giving away a hunting pack, Curtis, from the fine folks at Fourth Arrow Camera Arms. So we got some great giveaways, contests. Come out and see us. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll definitely have fun catching up with everybody. Patrick O'Connor, good to see you. How you doing, pal? And then, like I said, there's great seminars going on. Todd's going to he's bringing a crew. And then we'll do the show from 8 to 10 on Saturday at the Iowa Deer Classic on 106.3 FM at KXNO. And we'll go from there. I had somebody ask me about what I carry for concealed carry, and I carry a SIG myself, a SIG Compact 9. And this is the optic that I'm using on my 9mm. That's a Vortex Defender green dot, and this thing is awesome. So if you're looking for an optic for your concealed carry gun, that Defender CCW micro green dot is the way to go right there. So thanks to the fine folks at Vortex. I appreciate that. I think that's it, gang. Turkey season is going to start for the kids April 10th through the 12th. First season is going to be April 13th through the 16th. Second season is April 17th through the 21st. Third season is going to be April 22nd through the 28th, and then fourth season is going to be April 29th through May 17th. So there you go. All right, we're going to get out of here. I will see you at the Iowa Deer Classic. Come on by. 814 is the booth. And I know everybody's going to have a lot of great deals going on. I know Mark at Archery Field and Sports has got a lot of good stuff going on there too. He had a whole list of things he was going to do special wise. So go see them and we'll go from there. I'm going to say goodnight to everybody here on Facebook Live. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I will see you starting Friday at the Iowa Deer Classic. Good night, everybody.